begin. We have begun.
All right, epic. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the second episode in 3 weeks. You know, we're all about consistency on this podcast.
Yeah. So let's introduce ourselves. I'm Burster.
I'm Drake from State Farm.
And I am the Blonde Show. And today,
today we have a special guest.
Yeah, we have a very special guest.
Hello, special guest.
The only popular YouTuber that will ever be on this podcast, Daniel T. Gaming. Hello, Daniel. Welcome to the show.
Yes, hello, everybody. I am Daniel, or as I went by my original YouTube name, which I'm still going to keep anyway because that's the only way people even know about me, Daniel T. Gaming.
Yeah.
All right. Leo.
The name of regret. I mean,
gaming.
I like having a more iconic name than Daniel, but having the word gaming in it makes me feel like a 12-year-old. Oh, wait.
I mean, yeah.
Daniel T. Gaming.
I actually did. Actually, no, I created my YouTube channel.
I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you.
Yeah. I actually created this YouTube channel when I was 10. I created it in actually, my father helped me create it in December of 2013. No, December 2012. So I was actually 10 years old when I had my YouTube account. But the thing is,
I was 12 when I had my YouTube account.
All right.
Honestly, I mean, I could see why they kind of put like an age limit, because then again, on the real history about YouTube is that it was originally going to be a dating site. In fact, YouTube was actually created on February 14th, 2005, Valentine's Day 2005, which is really interesting.
Why do you just know these things?
I don't know. I just look up so much stuff on Google, and I find things I'm really shocked about.
Yeah.
Like, did you know I actually shared the same birthday as Mark Wahlberg and Kenny G?
Ooh. Must be exciting.
And Ninja. All three of them have June 5th as their birthday.
Ooh. I don't have a very common birthday. I have the same birthday as Hugh Jackman, but I think that's it. I have October 12th, by the way.
And my girlfriend Anna and I started dating on Michael Jackson's birthday, August 29th.
That must be convenient
so
for you.
So that's interesting.
Wait, when was Michael Jackson born?
Date for you?
August 29th, 1958.
Oh, 1958.
So if he was still alive today, he would be 60 years old.
But you know, that wouldn't be happening, sadly.
Yeah. That sucks.
That's sad.
It's always sad. It's always sad. It's always sad if a person dies.
Yeah.
Regardless if it's someone I don't like, you know, it's always sad if they die.
Yeah.
Oh, it was sad when Osama bin Laden. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Joe.
You know, when Stalin died, I felt that.
The cameras.
Are we just gonna be talking about random things that come to our mind?
We do have topics. We do have topics.
Let's talk about that video you. Let's talk about that video you made, Drake, about Red Wax Murderer. You know, even though he changed his name, I'm just gonna call him that because why not?
Whoa.
Anyways, I saw your response to it.
Like an hour ago or so. I don't think many people have seen it. But...
Yeah, I watched it. I was still awake and I watched it.
All right. Well. Basically, this guy named Red Wax Murderer 2018 or something like that.
He recently made a response to Drake from State Farm 2018, and while I did agree with some of his points, I feel like, you know, it feels like he is just dropping the ball.
Yeah.
When it came to presenting his bad arguments.
Like Red Wax Murderer, he made a video on my video on Turkey Tom, and he was like,
wait a minute,
there was a lot of...
You made a video on Turkey Tom. Turkey Tom has made videos on the animation community, and people are making videos about the animation community. And of course, all the people are talking about Turkey Tom. People are talking about...
Yeah, apparently if you talk about the animation community, you get, like, you know, an ass load of views.
Yeah.
Thing is, I don't really hate the animation community, in my opinion.
Oh, me
They're
neither.
fine. There
I'm
are certain
really-
The
creators
animation
that are
community
bad,
is
but-
pretty good.
Honestly, one of my personal favorites will always be Jaden Animations. In fact, I
Yeah.
made Super Mario.
Mine is the Odd Ones Out. Odd Ones Out is pretty
And-
kick-ass.
Jaden herself saw the video. She saw it and commented it, and of course I pinned it. It was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the most popular YouTube channels actually commented on your video.
Also,
LS Mark, right?
okay, who do you think is gonna win the #1 most subscribed channel battle, PewDiePie or T-Series?
Series. I mean, if
PewDiePie.
you just look at the math, like
T-Series is gonna win.
I doubt
Like
it. Wait, how many
100,000
Wait, how
today.
many subscribers does that channel have?
59 million.
60 million.
59 million.
They have 60 million.
Actually,
It's kind of hard to
technically,
tell.
the most popular YouTube channel is not even a real YouTube channel. It's one of those botted YouTube channels called #music, and they have. Hold on, let me
100 million,
find
right?
the channel.
100 million.
Right?
But if you count that as an actual YouTuber, then yeah, I guess that YouTuber is more popular than PewDiePie.
Wait, did they remove it?
Currently, T Series has
Oh,
60
no, they did.
million.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, so they didn't remove it. I thought it was #music, but they changed it to just music, and the
Yeah.
channel has 102 million subscribers.
Wow.
102 subscribers? Fuck that.
And of course, they also did something to celebrate Michael's 60th birthday, and I will
Yeah.
screen cap that right now.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, screenshot it. I want to see it.
Also, they're
Right.
starting to change some of the thumbnails for these music videos. Like, they're just starting to change the thumbnails. One of them, the "You're Not Alone" one in the middle, still has the old Vivo watermark on the top right of it. So there's 2 Vivo watermarks.
Yeah,
All right.
very creative people. You've really outdone yourselves.
Oh my gosh, remember when there used to be like a pink background behind the Vivo watermarks?
Yeah.
Those
yeah,
were the
that
good
was-
days.
Yeah.
Good old days. Nostalgia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
So
Beautiful.
I'm looking at T Series social blade and I'm looking at PewDiePie's, and T Series is getting around 120,000 subscribers a day, whereas PewDiePie is getting around 50,000 every day. So
Yeah. I'm surprised PewDiePie's still even relevant.
Yeah.
I haven't watched him since like 6th grade or something. So that was 4 years
Yeah,
ago.
how is the dude still relevant? Is it because he just leaks onto he just leaps and jumps onto the trends,
He
like the
clickbaits, that's
trendy
what it
trends?
is.
You know that Logan I and KS Paul punching match thing.
The punching match.
His most recent video is called "Yes, Papa Meme Explodes." You know those Johnny videos.
Yeah. Also, the KSI Logan Paul boxing match was rigged.
Oh, really? Oh, was it really? Oh, geez, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, I've
It
seen
was kind of
I've
Also,
seen
by the
people
way-
like give proofs of it being like fake or something, but I just don't see it being fake. I see it being real, but with some weird things in the contract.
Okay. Also, who do you think is gonna win? Of course, Jake Paul beat Deji, but
Yeah.
who do you think is actually gonna win, KSI or Logan Paul in the second round?
I think
Ah.
Logan Paul
be a
will.
draw.
I think
Yeah.
KSI will
It's gonna be a
KSI will
draw.
win. KSI knows how to like figure out who is fighting.
Also, speaking of which, little fun fact: the first song I made and the worst one by far. That name, it was so bad I don't even want to say the name of it. Not only that, it was gonna be originally, I'm being dead ass serious about this, a diss track of the fake diss tracks that was going on, but not to mention it was actually sampled off
Dude,
of
are you-
PewDiePie's song "Creature."
Dude, are you serious? A diss track?
Ugh.
I hate my life. I
Yeah.
actually technically did 2 diss tracks during the 2017 phase. Both of them were actually no. One of them was for an awesome parody channel, and one of them
Yeah.
was from somebody doing
I
a diss track
remember
on
that.
me.
Wait, that was 2 diss tracks? Fuck that, dude.
I did too.
They're actually not bad. Hang on, let me find them.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm gonna.
I don't pay
I'm
attention
glad
to
I got
diss
myself a different
tracks
mic. I'm planning
anymore.
on buying. if I get enough money, I would definitely buy myself like a recording studio for me to record my vocals.
Yeah.
In fact, there's mics out there that really know how to handle like high pitched voices or loud voices if you're hitting a high note, which it would be good for me if I was going to be doing something like as big as like, something related to the high notes in Earth Song. Like,
Yeah.
you know how high Michael sang in Earth Song? Like that, you know
Oh,
that song,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, I know it. I know it.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I can't get the pop filter on my mic. I'm afraid about it breaking.
Oh no.
Ah,
Oh, wait a minute.
podcast to be
There
ruined.
we go.
These are the two diss tracks, by the way. I made a loop.
Yeah, there they are. Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
Also,
Made a loop
that
of them.
picture isn't even made by me. That was done by a fan. That's the weird thing.
Looks good. I like it.
Yeah.
Let me watch it. Hold on.
Well, I mean,
It's
we're
a
doing a
loop of
podcast
it.
right
It's
now.
not
I
like-
probably shouldn't.
Yeah. So like,
Also,
But, yeah, whatever.
speaking of the music industry, there's been a lot of people dropping albums lately. Panic at the Disco dropped their album Pray for the Wicked. Ariana Grande dropped her album Sweetener. And
Yeah.
Eminem just recently dropped an album called,
Kamikaze,
was
right?
it Kamikaze or just Kamikaze?
I think it's just called Kamikaze.
Yeah.
Let me check
I
it.
thought it was called Kamikaze. Oh, yeah, it's just called Kamikaze. I don't know why I thought it was Kamikaze.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Kim-
Actually, that would be something I bet Kanye West would make if he ended up getting a divorce with Kim Kardashian.
Probably.
Ah.
Ah, ooh.
Like Kamikaze.
That's
Epic.
Oh god, I'm giving Kanye West ideas.
Which would he choose? Would he choose his wife or a good album? Which one
Speaking of which,
for money?
Ooh.
I was actually planning on making a review about the technically last production album that Michael put out, and it was called Thriller 25. And the reason why I plan on making a video on it is, one, to see if it still hold up to this day, and two, one of the songs on here, and I can highlight it for you. Let me show you the back of the album. Well, this is the closest thing I can find to a high quality version of the back of the album. But anyway, the track I wanted to talk about was track number 15, Billie Jean 2008,
King Footlighter.
Kanye West mix.
Ooh.
Michael Jackson and Kanye
Wow.
West together.
Oh, jeez.
I want to see that.
Like,
And of course, he also did
That's like-
songs with Will I Am, who is also
Yeah.
terrible.
yeah.
He did a song with Fergie, who really messed up the national anthem.
Yeah.
Akon,
Oh,
big
I don't really know
time.
that much about.
Akon's
Akon,
kind of-
the only thing I know about Akon is that he's just like a featurer. Like, he's featured on so many songs.
Yeah.
He was featured on Lonely Island, and I saw him featured on a Michael Jackson song, Hold My Hand, from the album Michael. That's all I know Akon from. I
yeah.
don't know if he's good or
I've
not.
listened to him. He's a.
all right.
So,
So,
you know, we have some things we can actually talk about. We have topics that I must want to discuss.
yes, all right.
And what are they?
So, speaking of talking about people, Daniel, you were recently, as of a couple weeks ago, or like a month ago maybe, the subject of a critical critique by Andrew in general.
Oh, I knew you were gonna bring it up. I knew you
Yeah.
were gonna bring it up. That video. Honestly, it's good, but there's some points to it that I wanted to talk about. In fact, Andrew was saying he was gonna do somewhat of a part 2 of the video
Oh,
to clear things up on what's actually been going on.
okay.
Now, one of the first things I want to instantly mention was the lack of empathy one. Now, Bronchell already brought that up, saying that it's just context as to why my second album, Left Out Part 2, which is actually an EP, by the way, had that kind of tone. But another thing he brought up, that Andrew brought up, was that I shouldn't be saying things that should be kept privately. Thing is, though, that suicide attempt to have it with Scribbles was already public to begin with because of her friend posting it on her Twitter. Actually, her friend posting it on Anna's Twitter. That's what I should
Yeah.
mention.
Ah.
Another thing was the interruptions with the podcasts. What actually happened was, and I think I even posted about it, it turned out The podcast that he showed was like one of the first podcasts. I think it was the first podcast. Thing is, though, the desktop's audio was actually delayed by I think 2 seconds, and that's why I made it sound like I was interrupting people.
Yeah.
And you can actually hear the delay going on in the background. Like I don't think I even plugged my headphones in that podcast. But either way, I actually had the audio delayed there, and I fixed that for the second podcast.
Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Glad that
You
was
weren't-
cleared up.
I mean, I was actually you were talking about the first episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Also,
I
let me
don't
go
know what
back
was
on
on
the video. Let me go back on the critical critique video. He also didn't mention a lot about the drawings that I made at the time, and yeah, I could see why the art is pretty terrible. It's
Yeah.
really, really, really terrible. In fact, some of the art that he showed, I used my Samsung Galaxy Tab 4, but now I have an actual Huion tablet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just those
Uh-huh.
arts.
Yeah, but so I don't see what's the point in criticizing someone for making like bad art. Like,
Okay, at
and
this
they
point,
made better art now.
The entire idea of Nessie Day is stroking his ego in a way.
it's not. I actually created Nessie on January 30th. Well, I officially showed off Nessie on January 30th, 2017 in a video. That's why I made Nessie Day. But technically, I should just call it, I should just say, on this day 1 year ago, I created Nessie, and I shouldn't have made a whole celebration thing. Technically, that would be egotistical. So,
Never thought
Andrew
of
had
this.
has
You,
it. I almost got Andrew confused with Avery, even though he actually made a video on Avery.
Yeah, I got that every once in a while too.
Uh,
It's
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
It's-
he
it's
mentions that I draw
JoJo's.
Nessie way too much. And yeah, I can understand that. I draw him way too often, and I'm trying to slow down on it. It's just he's a character that I was just so proud of creating because it's like just a character that I really loved having. And then again, I could just slow down on drawing him.
I mean,
It's a
you haven't drawn him
character
as much
associated
recently, so
with your YouTube channel. So
Oh, okay. Let me
Ooh.
let me screen share this.
okay.
This drawing. This is actually supposed to be a lineless art test, and this was also done with the Galaxy Tab 4. This was not meant to be taken as an actual drawing. It was just a test to see if I could do anything lineless, and I couldn't. I failed instantly in the end.
Yeah, it was not.
Oh,
good.
and that I
Ouch.
actually drew that for another artist. Let me find them. Hold on. Actually, I could just look them up.
Just
no weird.
hold on.
By the way, it's a podcast.
Also, I was trying to see if I could find a post related to Cubes I still had on my Twitter, but I didn't. I found out I didn't.
okay.
I think I deleted everything related to Q boobs on my Twitter. I don't know.
Ouch.
Oof.
Yeah. Oof.
Okay, here it is.
This is my recommended. I got it's JoJo Siwa on my recommendeds.
Oh yeah,
Why?
that YouTuber. Me and back in 8th grade, me and my class already discussed. We were discussing her.
All right. So this weird ass drawing was actually done for this person by the
Ooh.
name Interact Warriors. That's who I drew it for.
Yeah. It's still weird though.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
actually knew
weird.
the
I could have
backstory
just
of it already.
ended it, but I decided to make the drawing public.
I don't know, it looks
There
pretty
wasn't really
creative.
anything bad going on in the drawing itself.
Yeah, it's just. And
Oh,
then
that I drew that for
I-
Chinjiro, trying to replicate his art style. Again, not meant to be really taken seriously.
It's still a picture you put
Oh,
out,
and
so
this.
I can
He
still
says right
see.
here, Daniel was also very public about his bonus fetish too. That first drawing that he just showed off. Hold
That
on, let me
was
find
just-
the drawing.
Yeah. No.
Hold on, let me find it.
I didn't even want to say that in the video.
Okay,
'cause it's-
that.
No.
This was meant to be like, okay, so do any of you remember that joke from SpongeBob and Gary Takes a Bath where he says, balloons, don't drop them? Remember
Yeah.
that joke?
Oh yeah,
I was
yeah.
trying to replicate that. This was meant to be a joke. That shouldn't have
Yeah.
been taken seriously.
It's just a prank.
I think, and I'm being serious. This isn't an exaggeration. That was literally meant to be a joke. I know people say that as an excuse, but here, that
Yeah.
was meant to be
I
a
could
literal
tell that it
joke.
was like
It was
actually.
just a joke, bro. Relax. It's just a joke.
I think Andrew kind of took a lot of this stuff way too seriously, honestly,
A
throughout
little
the
bit,
video.
that's-
well,
I mean, it is a good video. I even liked it, and I even
Yeah.
posted about it. But then again, he does take stuff way too seriously.
A little bit.
Oh, I can understand how I misunderstood it. Like it wasn't. I guess it wasn't obvious enough that it was a joke. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
Andrew was saying he was gonna make a part 2 related to the video,
Yeah.
saying
I
how
was gonna make
a video.
like bringing up a lot of the points in my responses to.
Yeah.
Like instead of just Bronze Shell's responses, they were also my responses to the video as well.
Yeah, I was gonna make a response to that video, but I really just didn't have the time, and I know it wouldn't be able to get it out before Bronze Show would have.
And
yeah.
of
Bronze
course,
Show, he
he
makes a
also
video-
mentioned the also parody channels.
Oh yeah, that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, as if that wasn't something everybody already brought up when they talk about my channel.
Yeah.
I brought that up. Like
Yes.
everyone does.
Geez, my throat's hurting. No pun intended. Because we talk about that kind of that drawings.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Alright.
Hey,
Alright.
Daniel, would you be
think that's
willing-
enough about milking the Andrew video? Oh, Ellis Mark even commented on it. Ellis
Yeah.
Mark did.
Ellis Mark commented on my Turkey Tom video.
Yeah.
And
He said
he
something
also
like,
follows me on Twitter. Ellis Mark
Yeah.
does.
I mean, you're a
Um,
friend of Andrew. That's probably it. Because him
Yeah.
and Andrew are little buddies. So
And of
Yeah, I
course,
think
I
that might
added
be it.
Andrew in general in my friends list
Yeah.
on the set of my YouTube channel. In fact, on the thumbnail, where it says today's guest Daniel and you show my logo, of course that was also created by Andrew in general himself.
"Cool.
yeah.
Or
All
seriously?
you gotta do is
Yeah,
So all you gotta do is just make a logo for you, and then you get friend. Hang on, let me make the.
he literally made. He
Well,
did say he would be able to do some other stuff for the channel, like if he I wanted a watermark or something, like those little watermark icons at the bottom right of videos, which sadly you can't do that anymore because of the end cards, but still.
Yeah.
It's not really. I wouldn't do that. I think anyone's really gonna. I mean, I'm not trying. I don't mean anything by that. I don't think anyone's gonna steal the content or anything. It's not like a meme
No, I'm
video
ta-
or something.
It's not like a permanent watermark. It's those annotation watermarks. When you turn
Oh.
off the annotations, it will go away.
Yeah.
Those kind of watermarks.
Rid of annotations. I actually liked those a lot.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
For abusing them or something.
I think I just had a Mandela effect a moment ago
Ooh.
because I thought iDubbbz used to put watermarks on his videos, like on the bottom.
I don't remember that.
I don't think
Huh?
that's the thing. No.
Oh
No, it
god,
must be,
iDubbbz.
like, coming-
Oh my god, iDubbbz is almost at 7 million subscribers.
It's good.
Yeah,
He
I
deserves it.
saw that the other day. Is that
Good for him.
Yeah.
You know,
there's your new logo?
he's gonna
Daniel.
get. He's gonna reach a bigger milestone than 6 million.
Huh.
Wonder what.
I thought he did. I guess
Yeah.
the only reason why I thought so is because of his old intro. I don't know if this is still his intro or not. Hold on, let me turn on screen share.
It
Is
fades
this
out
still
of
his
like
intro?
iDubbbz TV.
He doesn't use
No,
that
it is
anymore.
not.
No.
I don't think he uses it
He doesn't use that intro anymore.
anymore. He like fades out of iDubbbz TV.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
Daniel, I made you a new logo for your
I
channel.
would.
There you go.
Man.
Actually, you know what? I'm actually gonna post that on Twitter. Well, not post it on Twitter. I'm gonna have that as my thing on Twitter. Hold on, let me go do that right now. I have to put my microphone. See, I used to have a stand for my mic. Sadly, though, it broke. Like it fell and it ended up breaking because it was like the blue snowball one. So I have to put my microphone on my lap right now, which sucks.
Okay.
It really does suck.
That does suck.
Yep, it really does.
Daniel,
Oh boy,
Would
that
you be
sure
willing-
does suck.
change
No
your
shit.
name for a day to Daniel Tikasita. Daniel Tikasita.
Daniel took a seat. Daniel took a seat.
No. No.
No, no.
Just not.
As you're watching the podcast, download that after this is over, and then make that a meme. Daniel.
Dame to Codenyo. Dame to Codenyo. Ay.
Just stop, really.
Man, this is such an amazing podcast.
What are you doing?
Incredible content.
All right, he's about to change. He's about to change actually to. Make sure you credit me. I don't want it stolen.
Incredible artwork. There we go. It's good. It's better than what we had.
Find your Twitter. Oh, here it is. At DSF.
Oh my god.
Daniel, Twitter right now.
That was so funny.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm gonna draw you a new profile picture too. There we go. Hang on.
Okay. Made even better by knowing the fact that this is an audio-only podcast.
All right.
That was some fun fucking shit.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Pinnacle human comedy. When he.
That was good.
There we go. I gotta. I'm just drawing it right now. It's just...
You know what's the one thing that's really stressful? The thing is, the things that stress me the most is that I need to keep up with schoolwork. But on the other hand, I have to keep up with my YouTube channel as well.
Yeah.
So I have to carry
that.
two things at once.
Yeah.
Here's a suggestion.
I know,
Why don't
right?
you stop obsessing over your channel and just focus on something that's more important than your channel?
Who wants to do
you
that?
can't like
Kind
not
of lifestyle I've been
upload
doing. I bought myself some composition notebooks. I bought myself a bunch of pencils that I just sharpened a moment ago.
Wait, do you have an upload schedule? Do you have an upload schedule?
I
No.
do
really?
not.
God, no.
Then, yeah, then why are you like focusing more on your channel than school?
He's not focusing more on his channel in school. He's just like he's trying to balance them, and it's just
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
difficult.
In
My
fact,
He's trying to like stay relevant.
Okay, so I have some of my
Whatever.
schoolwork started in September. They put everything in September, even though they should have been put in August. They have an actual schedule, and they told me about the schedule. Is that if I have a lesson, like if there was like 36 lessons in one whole class, I was able to do one lesson a day for that. I'm actually deciding to do about like 2 lessons. In fact, I just did 2 lessons this morning. My homeschool stuff, it can get insane, honestly.
Yeah.
At least you're homeschooled, too. It's more convenient to work on your.
Oh, it is.
Like-
yeah.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is, I would be able to take like pictures of my school lessons, and I can do them offline. Like I have my laptop with me. I could take that stuff on the road, making work a lot faster for me. Honestly,
Yeah.
There you go.
it's.
By the way, I drew you a new profile picture.
Homeschooling is really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I hate regular school.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to strongly disagree with you.
On homeschooling?
Yeah, the American school system is just so great.
I actually.
The hell is that?
It's funny.
There we go.
Wait, who drew that? Who drew that?
I did. I drew those. Podcast. I can't see you. It was on my Minecraft off
Yeah.
No one can see.
I can't have a weird laugh. All right. I just have a
All
ridiculous.
right. All
Also, with all these pencils, do you know what I put myself in mind of? You know what kind of put myself in mind of?
What are you doing?
Wait
What?
a minute. Oh, Jesus Christ, KSI, shut up about the Logan Paul thing. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Nobody cares about it, dude.
Well, I mean,
I beat Logan Paul.
Like, look at this. Look at this. Look at his YouTube channel right now. Look at this. YB, look at Paul. Look at Paul. A Dadgy workout. Boxing session. A diss track. A Logan Paul diss track. What? It's over,
Cares?
Logan Paul. Dear Logan Paul. Logan Paul. KSI in Dubai.
yeah.
Who cares? Like,
That's been
honestly,
happening.
like,
All right.
all right.
Okay, hold on.
Daniel.
Organizing. With all these pencils I have and all that stuff I'm doing around, this is what I put myself in mind of.
You're just. You're labeling your pencils like SpongeBob.
This
Essay
is legit
pencil
how I
and-
feel right now.
S-
I actually used that
Well,
clip in my
this-
back to school crunch video. Which, by the way, was one of my personal favorite
Exactly
videos
what I
I've done
think
so
of
far.
when KSI upload all. It's like-
Oh wait, let's look at Logan Paul's YouTube channel. Logan Paul Vlogs.
Vlogs.
Not vlogs.
Vlogs. That's what I said.
Okay,
Get it right. Get it correct.
Logan Paul. Okay, KSI, 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 KSI.
Every video. Every video. Literally.
If I didn't know any better, this has got to be the biggest YouTube rivalry I have seen in a long ass.
Oh yeah.
Like, the dude won't shut up. We get it. You got a boxing match with Black PewDiePie. We get
He still has his, that's his I'm sorry video. It's fun. Showing
You know
my
the fact
response.
that these two are making videos about each other really shows that the drama really doesn't mean anything.
yeah.
See, look, I work myself to death. I try to balance my schoolwork with YouTube. I get pushed around by YouTube's guides, like YouTube's employees. They constantly demonetize my videos, and I barely get anything in return. While these people are constantly getting on the trending page, but they're complete dickheads. One of them, basically emotionally manipulating their ex-girlfriend. One of them being a cheater. One of them showing a dead body online. One of them being an actual bully in 5th grade. In other words, they are completely terrible people, yet they get verified. They get over 10 million subscribers. They're both Diamond Play Button YouTubers, and both of them get millions of views per up.
Yeah,
Welcome
that's,
to YouTube.
that's
We
not
live
real.
in a society.
Well, like the same video like every day there, like KSI, Logan Paul, KSI, like what's different between these videos really?
Oh,
Wait.
speaking of person who likes to upload stuff, like speaking of people who upload the same stuff over and over again.
Talking about Trafon? Yeah, Trafon.
Oh,
Going on about Butch
Trafon.
Hartman for like
that
2
little
months after it
circle of
happened.
Twitter.
And with Crimson Mayhem actually.
He completely ruined one of my favorite SpongeBob jokes.
Oh. Jeez. He really does go on about like the same thing for a long time, and he basically goes on like, this is what's wrong with animation, and this is what's wrong with like.
Oh, wait
No
a
one
minute.
cares.
Mr. Enter,
Wait a
am I
minute.
right?
This dude stole this tweet. I saw this tweet from
Oh, you
another
did?
page. Basically, what they're talking about is that there was a channel.
Wow.
Is that on Nickelodeon? There was a show that they had at the time that goes by the name Cousin Skeeter. The Skeeter puppet actually appeared on the show, game show at the time called Figure It Out, and the puppet actually got signed but they couldn't get slime off of the puppet, and they had to cancel the show because of it.
Oh no.
Oof.
I can't imagine what that's like. I guess it could be a good series finale, like a good way to end a show, I guess, unintentionally.
Yeah.
Getting slimed to death. Like it's the freaking end of Ghost Rider. You guys ever see that show? Ghost Rider? It's the one with the orb, and then you showed him letters, and then...
Oh, man, I remember that episode of Rugrats.
Oh.
Basically, in the
What is
episode, I
that?
forgot which episode it was called. Basically, Tommy and Chucky both got into a rose field, and of course, roses.
Tommy
have
and
those
what
thorns on
about
them.
them?
Tommy decided to touch one of the roses, and he ended up getting his finger cut because of it. I
Never
remember
saw that one. I
episode.
haven't watched.
That episode was so dark.
It was actually no.
Dark.
One of the most dark episodes was when Chucky found out that his mother died.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was one of the more darker episodes. Oh, I remember that. It's radical.
Well, that was pretty funny.
Ah.
One of the weirdest SpongeBob scenes I've ever seen, honestly.
Forgot what I was searching for. I just typed in Nickelodeon. I don't remember what the rest of it was. Don't you love when that? Oh no, that was.
Why? Why? Why?
I love that we're doing so many visual stuff, like looking at tweets and stuff. And like, it's a podcast. It's funny. Wow. Last night I saw the movie The Truman Show for the first time. It was a really, really good movie. If you haven't seen it, have you guys seen it? The Truman Show.
I was
haven't,
about
but
to
I
say
thought it
this
was
had
good.
nothing to do with Nickelodeon until I realized that he had to use Invader Zim.
Mm.
Your name is The Rise and Fall of Nickelodeon, not The Rise and Fall of Cartoon Network.
Come on.
Nickelodeon is much worse.
I know.
Yeah, that's true.
Like
also,
I'm
what I
pretty
noticed-
like nobody can ever make a decent show of that of the network to honestly just save their lives.
Okay, I found one Butch Hartman thing. Okay, I found.
Well, there is still some good shows on Nickelodeon, like SpongeBob, I suppose, and
The newer SpongeBob episodes.
I found two. Okay, so that's
Seasons 9, 10, and 11 were pretty cool.
what season are we on now? 11, right?
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
Some people are comparing the case that Logan Paul fight to iCarly. Oh my god, I fight Chubby Marks. I love that episode. That was a really good
I
episode.
actually really liked iCarly.
And that was the
a
first time I ever heard about Victoria Justice. That was the first time I
She
ever
didn't
heard
have
about
her own
her.
show at the time, right?
Yeah, Victorious.
I mean, at the time that episode came out, she didn't have it. Did
Yeah,
she?
and as soon as Victorious came out, there was an episode called I Party with Victorious, and of course they compared
Yeah.
Tori, played by Victoria Justice.
Mom
to
and
Chubby
Jerry,
Marks.
are you seriously dumb?
Wait.
Who? Oh, yeah.
Mom and Jerry, look.
That's Dexter's Lab, right?
Yeah, Dexter's Laboratory.
Work show.
Yeah, I know that one.
Oh
Show.
my god.
Wait a second.
Let me read this. Wait a second. I know what you're trying to do, Squidward. I am not throwing this penguin.
I feel bad throwing the penguin in what was it? Oh god, I'm having brain farts right now.
For Mario 64.
Okay, I'm having a bad brain fart right now. How come I didn't think about Mario 64? Anyway, I remembered that I hated throwing the penguin in Mario 64. It made me feel bad, honestly.
You know what's funny? I actually haven't played far enough into the game to get to that point. I haven't completed it yet. I just got it, and I just haven't played it much. That's why.
Oh yeah, sometimes I forget about the fact that Lazy Town was actually on Nickelodeon. It was a
Oh,
Nickelodeon
yeah.
show, but then they moved on to PBS Kids Sprout.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought they were on both of them, but I don't know.
Yeah, they were. They were actually. But imagine if this show actually aired on the original Nickelodeon. Now that would be interesting.
Yeah, he was number one. That was funny.
I've always wanted this to be real. I actually wanted this to be real at one point.
A Happy Meal though. It's
Yeah. And also,
Was
I
like
wanted
the
card
juice.
number
It's
50.
better than a Happy Meal, to be honest.
I just found out that season 9 of SpongeBob was airing for like 5 years.
Yeah,
And there was only
like, what the
26
fuck?
I don't know. It was because of the movie. So they had to cease production on the series during the movie. They had to work on the movie. That's why.
Yeah, that's.
It took them 5 years to finish that.
Yeah, the movie
That's why
was pretty
there's-
cool. Pretty cool.
I didn't actually like that movie. I thought there wasn't enough live action parts, despite like the advertisement was saying.
You want
At
to
the
know
end, it
actually
felt like-
how long the live action parts are?
How long?
Actually,
20,
20
minutes.
yeah. Out of
Only
an hour and a
20
half.
minutes.
And the advertisements were full of the live action parts. Like,
That is false
So,
advertising at its finest.
also the ending part where there was like it was a huge fight or something like that. That
Epic
felt
rap
like
battle.
it. Yeah. But the fight at the end just felt very rushed.
Oh wait,
Well,
you're
it's
talking about the
between,
actual fight with Burger Beard? Oh wait, was that
Yeah.
his name, Burger Beard?
It felt very short. Like it didn't feel very consequential.
Yeah. And it gave us at least who Painty the Pirate actually is.
But yeah, I never really wondered who Painty the Pirate was, to be honest. But I'm glad I know now. It's the information I didn't ask for, but I needed.
You want to know something funny? During that time of the movie's release, that movie came out when I was 12, actually.
Yeah, February.
I had a fear of the pirate from SpongeBob, like a legit fear of Painty the Pirate.
Well,
I
it
did
is kind of
too.
weird. It's like the clutch cargo.
And when the
Like,
movie
about-
came out, I was actually hoping, in fact, even crossed my fingers, even saying, please don't let there be the pirate. Please don't let there be the pirate. Please don't let there be the pirate. And as soon as I saw the pirate at the end of the movie, I was legit speechless. I was just too scared to even speak. Seeing that
So-
thing on the big ass screen.
That's just sad.
There are those other pictures on the top right.
Oh yeah, of course Sony did this. And so they tried to
Scroll up.
replicate it in 1920 by 1080, even though we now have it in 1920 by 1080.
Yeah, and I don't see why they had to really stretch it out, but I guess it makes sense that they don't have those black bars next to it.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think it was actually stretched out. I think it was still its original size.
So they added in background stuff to it, so that way it'd fill the bars.
Yeah. Oh wait, yeah. Okay, for a
Oh,
second I
yeah.
thought this one was just a complete mirroring, but no, there actually is some weird spots on. No, wait, it is mirrored.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, it is mirrored. Never mind.
oh it's mirrored on the other side there. You can. Well, no, it isn't. Never mind.
Except
wait,
for
is it?
this. This one isn't in mirror. But my question is, what is the actual backdrop? Like, I've been trying to look for the actual backdrop for years, but I couldn't find anything.
Why? They probably just made it themselves. Like they probably computer generated that, and then just made that.
Perhaps.
That is a possibility.
I don't think they just downloaded a picture.
Remember when Avril Lavigne made a cover of the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
How to
Agreed.
Basic just uploaded how to make a chocolate mud. Oh Jesus. I'm not even gonna touch that. And How to Basic anyway. you guys think of the channel How to Basic? You know that channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of it?
It's a good channel.
He's good. Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit derivative in its comedy. Like, it's kind of easy to do, but just how ridiculous it can get sometimes
Yeah.
does make me laugh. But it's more of like a guilty pleasure to me than an actual channel I watch. Like I laugh, and I shouldn't really laugh because it's not really that smart or funny. But I laugh at it because I do think it's funny.
Guys, we're like 45 minutes into the podcast.
That's
Yeah.
pretty epic.
We're
We
50
reached
minutes
there.
in, and we've
Get
talked
it, guys.
about
We reached.
like 2 things.
So we did it, guys. We reached 45 minutes into the podcast.
Yeah.
Um,
We've already run out of things to talk about.
The fact that we reached this number in such a short amount of time, it doesn't work.
Wow, 4 people watching.
Yeah.
so
Oh,
what do you think about
What?
Oh wait, what was I gonna... Okay, what are your thoughts on the Michael Jackson Diamond Collection or Diamond Celebration?
Michael Jackson Diamond Collection.
I actually like that.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm glad they did it.
I don't know.
It's a little bit weird. Not to mention Mark
Well-
Ronson basically ruined the song, Michael's music. But then again, his music was kind of ruined from the beginning. Let me
Yeah.
show you something.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know how emotional Earth Song is, right? You know that
Yep.
song?
Yeah, I know
Listen
that.
to Earth Song Honey's Club Experience from Blood on the Dance Floor, History in the Mix, 1997. They turned this emotional song into a dance club song.
Freaking epic dubstep MLG remix song. It sounds like a Sega Genesis song, actually.
Yeah, I agree.
Like a
I
song
mean, then
off of
again,
the Sega
Michael did
Genesis.
work on some of the music for Sonic 3.
Yeah, Michael
way, you know what's
Jackson.
funny?
Yeah, Michael Jackson was the one who was working on the music for Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
Actually, didn't know that. Oh, it's funny. I had someone arguing with me the other day, which is better, the SNES or the Sega Genesis. Like-
SNES by far. It has a better
Obviously,
Yeah, I
SNES.
love the SNES.
There's more colors, better music. The music's much better. The colors are there's like millions of colors on the SNES, and then on the Genesis there's like 500 or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Although the Genesis looks a bit cooler.
it looks cool,
Also-
but I think the Super Nintendo looks pretty cool.
I mean, the Genesis
Yeah.
has
I
more
like how
of
the
everything.
Super Nintendo has more buttons on it. On the Sega Genesis, there's only the D-pad and 3 buttons, whereas on the Super Nintendo, they have a D-pad, 4 buttons, and 2 triggers on the 2 bumpers on the top.
I don't really think that
So-
pertains to the quality of the console.
Well, it's because
Yeah.
if you wanted to port a game from the SNES to the Genesis, you'd have to make some compromises. Like you'd have to press A and B at the same time to do certain stuff.
Good thing they're from different companies,
That's
so
why-
that's never a possibility.
Well, it is because like games like Mortal Kombat, they get ported. Well, they're not from the SNES, but they get ported to both the consoles. And the controller does affect the quality, and only having 7 possible, 11 actually, only having 11 possible commands, whereas on the SNES you have. So it's just it'd be able to. All right, next, Bronze. Do you have any other topics saved away?
We already mentioned the awesome parodies thing, so we don't need to cover that again.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, do you guys know Misanthropony?
Oh yeah, I know
Yeah,
who
I
that
do.
is.
Yeah, he.
That's something that Professor Katoons won't be quiet about. You know who he is?
Me?
Owns that channel.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know who the hell he is.
Does Daniel know who he is?
He keeps like going on and on about that on Twitter. Let me look at
And you know, Miss Anthroponi actually plagiarized Mr. Enter.
Oy. Jeez, I almost dropped my mic.
hang on.
He actually
Don't break
plagiarized
it.
Enter. And I'm already
Yeah,
working
he
on
keeps
a
going
response.
on. There's like a lot of things about Misanthropony.
You know, I find it very funny how he gets on Misanthropony for obsessing over the nostalgia critic. Yet he does the same thing with him, Misanthropony.
When he makes 3 tweets.
I mean, doesn't matter if it's tweets or videos.
yeah. Here's another one about Misanthropony. Right there. Here's another one about
Is that alright
Misanthropony.
if I play like
Yeah.
a game right now and record some footage for it? For my game.
Okay, yeah.
Gameplay
Okay.
commentary.
You know.
Yeah, Daniel has to record gameplay for
Yeah.
his
I'm gonna mute the audio in the background
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Well, when I started
Well, I mean,
editing.
you know, it's convenient because now Daniel has to go do something else, and we're now into the podcast. So, I
Oh.
believe we could end it off now.
We're gonna end this right now.
Yeah, there's nothing else to
Okay.
do. We good.
Yeah, we
So-
So yeah, thank you all for watching episode 2. We appreciate Daniel to come on here.
Yeah,
It was
thank
really
you, Daniel,
nice.
for being here.
Go check out his channel. Link will be in the description below.
No,
Yep.
it's not.
All right. Oh
Alright,
my God,
that's
this
good.
guy named Pappy Parappy.
That's a wrap on the podcast.
Alright.
See you all the next one, and
Anyways,
goodbye.
I'm signing out.
Yeah,
All right.
goodbye.
See you guys next time. Goodbye.
See ya.